daughter wants to hear about when her granddaddy and I got married. Well, before we married, I met him in on October. What happened? My best, dearest friend, because I was the only girl. I had 3 brothers, and this friend Diane, she was more like a sister. So we came to Plant City, and here we pulled up and at what they called the Strawberry Drive-In, where you'd get you a bite to eat. And we pulled up, and it was on a Sunday, and here come this beautiful car. My husband always says that your grandpa says I fell in love with his car, but what happened, he had a 62 Impala Chevrolet, white, with a red stripe, red interior, and he pulled up by us, and he rolled down the window and started talking, and he asked me for a date. And so anyway, I finally agreed, and after some nudging from my friend Diane, and of course I told him we had to go to church on Sunday. I played the organ at church, and he comes so dressed up. He was so handsome. So we started to dating in October, and don't do this, Katie, but by December we were engaged. He gave me an engagement ring, and by March we were married. But you don't do that anymore. That was the way it was then. It's not that way anymore. You have a long time to think about it. Of course, we did okay. We've been married 50 years. And what was the story you wanted to hear? I forgot.
The parking story.
Oh, about the parking. Oh, when my husband and I, we were dating, what happened, he already had his home and 10 acres. It was a grove and 10 acres. And, of course, we went parking. And, innocent. It was innocent. And we'd just park in the grove, and I kept saying, should we park in these people's grove? He said, no, it'll be okay. Don't worry, it'll be fine. And when he asked me to marry him, he said, that grove we've been parking in, that's my grove. And he said, that's my land, and that house is mine, if you don't mind living in there. He said, it's an older frame house. He said, if you'll live in there for a while, I was thinking maybe 3 months, then I'll build you a new one. And I think it was about 35 years later. 35 years later, I got a new home. But anyway, the one thing about that, his brother had his land joined ours. And one day after we got married, he said, there used to be parkers that come out in the grove and park, that he said, we don't see them anymore. Of course, we kept quiet. I said, really, but we knew they'd got married. They didn't need to park anymore. That's that story.